Hey guys, I'm Alink and today I'm starting a new series for everyone who's interested in Jedi Fallen Order's 100% speedrun. First, a bit of info about me. I've been speedrunning the game since August of 2020 and had world records for all 4 categories at one point or another. At the time of making this video, I just broke the 4-hour mark for the 100% category, bringing it down to 3 hours and 56 minutes. Our runs are still very quickly evolving and we find new glitches and scripts quite frequently as the game is still very new, but that shouldn't be a problem because most things I'm about to explain should be applicable in the future too. I would highly recommend checking the game's speedrun.com page once in a while and joining the speedrunning Discord, which you can find a link to on the SRCom page and in the description as well, because the best way to keep up to date with threads is by watching new world records and checking out the Discord's glitch hunting or speed thread channels. We also have a Google document which we try to keep up to date, so you can have it open during your runs and follow it along, and you can also find a link to that in the Discord server. In this first video I'll talk about some general information about the run, and in later videos we'll go through each split and I'll try to explain them in detail. First of all, as the name suggests, we want to complete the game and get a 100% loading screen. For this we'll need to collect all the chests, secrets, and get all skills, BD1 upgrades, and most of the planet explorations. To achieve this, we use the same movement tech and most of the same skips as any percent, but some skips we don't use, as on certain planets we need to go to parts where the any percent route doesn't, or simply just doing those tricks wouldn't get 100% completion at the end. Our greatest ally during our runs is our map, which we can use to track how much exploration and how many chests and secrets we've got. The information for the area you are currently in can be found at the bottom left corner, and you can see information for the whole planet at the top left corner too. All the chests and secrets are required in each area. I'd recommend checking your map frequently, not for long amounts of time, but just give it a quick look once you finish an area to see if you got everything. There are 3 lightsaber tables in the game where you can get double saber. You need to interact with all 3 throughout your run to get the double bladed saber and 2 extra lightsaber parts. There are 5 BD1 upgrades in the game. They are shown on your character menu, but most of them would be required to play through the game casually, so you've probably seen all of them. Each of those upgrades counts towards your loading screen. Now, the most annoying part of a 100% run that we don't quite understand yet is exploration. The game tracks where you have been in the levels to ensure you have explored properly. Usually these are tied to a trigger like a platform or flying through space. You can hit exploration triggers even if the area is completely unloaded, but there are no such parts in the run currently. In the videos for individual splits I'll mention whenever you need to step on a specific platform to get the exploration trigger for some areas where it's more precise. This doesn't mean you need to walk into every corner of the map though. We need to have a majority of every planet explored to finish with a 100% loading screen. The planets are weighted differently, but we don't know currently the exact details of that. We are in the process of testing and figuring out how it works. You can find a spreadsheet where we are gathering data for the exploration. At the moment it's estimated that you'll be able to leave a total of approximately 10 planet exploration points or percents unexplored, distributed between the 3 biggest planets Kashyyyk, Dathomir and Zepho. If you want to play it safe though, you can get 98% or more on each planet and you should be fine on your exploration then. Another part of the 100% run is getting all the skills. To max out the skill tree we need 47 skill points altogether. The best way to get the XP for that is to grind it out using the XP glitch at the very end of Kashyyyk. The time efficient recommendation is to get the first skills as any percent and then get what you can after pull in the Tomb of Mictrol. You can get the rest on Bogano too before heading to Nur. It's recommended that you grind approximately 28 points on Kashyyyk, and then this will vary depending on your tendency to fight enemies and pick up echoes along the way. I would personally recommend not getting more skills after improved dash and grinding until you have 39 points in total, as it is quite easy to get the remaining points after that from force echoes. But whatever you do, make sure you purchase all skills before going to Nur. There are other collectibles in the game which are not required for the 100% loading screen, such as echoes, scans and seeds. The majority of echoes are worth collecting because they coincide with exploration and usually they are good XP. You can find more info on them in the Google Doc. Scans give you very little amounts of XP though, and none are required for 100%. Don't waste your time on getting any scans, only get the ones that you don't have to stop for or you can do something else while the scan completes. So only go for them if they are literally zero time loss. Then there are seeds, the last collectibles. They give a tiny bit of XP when you plant them in the terrarium. You shouldn't worry about collecting them. You should only pick up one seed and one seed only to get enough conversation skips on the mantis to last you your whole life basically. Well, if not that, then at least enough to last you the run. There is one more important thing I need to mention, and that's to safety save. Crashes happen to everyone, even the ones with the best PCs, it's just the reality we live in. So it's recommended to have safety saves every now and then. That basically just means to meditate after you finish the big area, so if you crash you don't need to do that whole part of the run again. Let's talk about some things that are not worth making standalone videos for. Those would be our Brocca and Nurse splits. Those two are completely identical to the any % route as they have no collectibles and they don't count for exploration. For these splits you can find detailed tutorials by our community's talented creators in the description, next to the speedrun.com page, Discord link, and I also provide links to our spreadsheets. So, let's recap quickly. Time starts on our first movement on Brocca, which can be loaded from a previously created save or by watching the starting cutscene of the game, and ends up on stabbing Vader on Nur. Your submitted video also needs to show the loading screen with the save having a 100% completion after watching the last cutscene after Nur. You don't need to sit through the credits at the end. You'll need all the chests, secrets, BD1 upgrades, skills and most of the exploration. You don't need the echoes, scans or seeds. 100% is harder than any percent because the amount of things to remember is more than any % runs, but it's much more fun in my opinion, or in the category's other most active runner fish people's words, it's a baller run and everyone should do it.